DJ, what's happening, bud? Norman's in, Sandy's here, Jeff's here. It is fucking cold out tonight. Yeah, it is, Lee. John, I got heat. I was just out checking the stove, and the damn wind gave me a little bit of a chill, so I'm keeping my coat on for the moment. It's like 72 in here. Dave's in. Why in by the fire with Mama? Well, there ain't no fire in the house. It's heated with a wood boiler. We don't have a fireplace or wood stove in the house, but she's probably hunkering down watching Christmas movies again. Telling me it's 28 degrees here. Well, it was 0 when I came in here. Or when I went outside, I should say. I was going to say the same thing. If I have a jacket on, it's because it's really cold. I came back in here in the nice heat with the jacket on, and I was like, oh, that feels good. I'll keep the jacket on. The judge is back. Feels like 10 below here. Yeah. I don't know what the wind chill factor is, but it's fucking cold. Had 8 on my drive home. Fuck's sake. Steve back said, Martin's here. Curtis is having a little whistle pig tenure. Fucking right. Then he says it's a sizzling 38. Get her done. I'd take that. Can hear the wind howling. And the flappers on the door. Did the reload of hams. Yeah, the wife grabbed me a 6-pack of tall boys tonight, so I didn't feel like taking the truck anywhere, so I said, fuck it. Why does it cold give you less gas mileage? Because it takes more energy to move the vehicle, and they also changed the fuel ratio, the fuel, so it for better starting and all of that. The additives that they start putting in the fuel gives you worse mileage right out of the gate, but I did not get the flaps on the door fixed. I wasn't fucking around with those things today. Hell with that. Evan, what's happening? Not with the weather we had today. Wind is crazy here in Iowa, I bet. It's a north wind from here, so it's headed your way. Kate Goodwin says, hello, what's happening? Holy shit. 32 where Steve's at. Wyoming is crazy. I have a buddy that lives out there. 17 outside with a feel like temp of -1. Reinhardt says here in Minnesota is worse. A little bro, Iowa. Well, these are tall boys. Yep, Paul. Sure is. I didn't feel like running to the liquor store. My wife stopped at the bar with a coworker to have a drink after work, so I told her to grab me a. They don't have 30 racks, but they got tall boys, so. No, the boiler's not out. I was just out there filling the bastard, and it felt good to keep my coat on, so I'm just cozy. Fuck it, I'm about to move south for the winter. I actually had to break out the heavy coat today. Usually I just do chores in the fucking. Oh, yeah, it's fucking 45 miles an hour. 30 sustained, 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts. And you get out in that shit and check the wood boiler, it's like, fuck, I get a little bit of a chill, so I just kept my coat on for a little bit. Fuck it. Vike said, peak gust was 53 at the big airport here. I gotta get that fucking, the weather station did come. I just gotta get a chance to put it up when it's decent outside. So. We were on propane until I fix our boiler. Well, fuck. That wind was crazy about 3 o'clock. It's actually gotten worse here since it got dark. Marion, that wasn't me saying that. I'm not leaving. Fuck that noise. Sunday's supposed to be 43 here. Gonna feel warm. And I think you're supposed to be mid-30s here, so. As long as it's not windy as fuck, it'll be a good day to catch up on some stuff outside. Made parts for it today. Just need to cut it apart and patch it, then weld it back up. She's getting thin. Getting thin. Is that just around your chimney? Marty from Long Island, New York. How's everything there? Fucking cold and windy. How about you? Sucks when you can see your breath indoors. Well, ain't that cold in here. I think it's 72 degrees in here yet. I'm getting a little warm on the neck. I can feel it, but that's all right. I even have a coat here. I have coats with relatives all over the world. Right where the chimney meets the water jacket was only a 16th inch thick material when it started 5 years ago. I got you. I could see why that wouldn't last. What are you upgrading to now? Same here. Windy as can be. Winter is here for sure, but no snow yet. Where are you? I'm in East Central Minnesota. quarter, but eventually building a stainless boiler. That's what I like about this fucker. It's heavy as shit, and it's stainless, so. Except the door. I don't know why they didn't make the door out of stainless. But. And obviously the outside fucking shed part of it. But I don't know why they didn't make the door out of stainless. Greetings from southern Phoenix, Arizona. What's happening? You look like you need a beer, sir. I have a beer, sir. Better than a wooden door? I mean, it works just fine. I've been running it for 6 years the way it is with very little issue. The boiler itself, I've really had no issues with. Blower motor, but that's to be expected. It's a wearable item. Split a seal on a circulation pump the other day. Caught it right away, so I didn't lose much. How's your wood supply for winter, Rick? Well, I got a bunch more to gather up, but I got plenty here, sitting here. It's not cutting in the shed or anything, but there's nothing pressing. I got quite a bit sitting here. There's a bunch I hauled up over the hill, and a bunch more I can clean up around the farm. Then a neighbor wants me to take some trees down, and another property owner that I do work for, run fields at. He wants me to clean up all the field edges and shit like that. So plenty of wood to come by. It's just time to get it all cut. We're not multilingual here. That's right. Having a beer, 5.9 alcohol level. Perfect. Nathan's in. Nathan, what's happening? I have enough trouble with English, for fuck's sake. I know it. Rough estimate on materials is about $2,100 for stainless steel to build what I want. That's not terrible. Is that true non-magnetic or just hybrid? Hello, Squatch push out a lot of firewood. Yep. They get her done. I don't run the wood splitter very often. I'll wrestle this shit in the door before I'm gonna run it through the wood splitter and make it all into nice little pieces. Fuck that. If I can fit it through the door and not blow my guts out the rest of the way, I can. It's going in the fucking wood stove. It's my philosophy anyway. .304, not 400 series like most boilers are. I got you. Stainless steel door. There's the screen in it. Well, fits, it chips. Yeah, Lee, I don't know if there's a huge difference in burn time. It'll burn slower for sure. It'll take longer to ignite when they're in log form because You don't have as many air gaps for everything to run through, but it doesn't matter as long as the boiler's up to temp, it'll stay there. I got some fucking elm out there that I'm gonna wrestle into the wood stove before I go to bed. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Jonathan's talking about either, Steve. No idea. Mine burns longer on log farm, but burns cooler. If I need to gain temps, small shit is the way to go. Yeah. For sure. A lot of dead ash trees around my hood here. There's a lot of fucking... I see all the time when I'm on Marketplace. There's a free firewood here, free firewood there. It's all down in that fucking area. I don't have time to get the shit anyway. I think he's asking if he could take a shot. Well, I'll take a shot then. Stupid foreign question. How much is a quarter wood? A cord of wood? I think is what you're asking. A cord of wood is 4 by 4 by 8. Stacked tightly. It's expensive. I stopped buying wood. Well, I bet down there it's 300 plus a cord. What the fuck? I get it. Cost of operations high, but cut and split for 300 a cord? I'm in the wrong fucking business. Bryce, what's happening? You can see about a half of them or so, bud. If I took a shot every time you said the word fuck, I'd have alcohol poisoning. Should try it for fuck's sake. Ash trees are free here. Ash makes good firewood too. There's not a ton of ash around this area. Not real locally to me anyway. Wind chills minus 10. Fuck that. About that here too, if not a little colder. Some air's in there. Summer got a log truck load, turned out 7 cords for $600. That's pretty good. Dave, get the hell out of here. Paid $120 for a cord of dry oak. Is that cut split? Ash is excellent firewood. Burns decently hot and long. Pine is gone like paper. Oak and walnut are also nice, but the local cabinet builders hate when I burn it. That's funny. Yeah, there's a lot of emerald ash borer going around. I'm a Zen. Marion, is that a face cord or an actual cord? And do you know the difference? It's in the shop now, 2015 Chrysler Town and Country. Vincent, what's happening, bud? I bet it's a face cord. Give you 99% sure that's a face cord, not a full cord. There's no chance you're getting a fucking cut and split full cord of wood for 120 bucks stacked. Not a chance. I don't even give a fuck if it's Papa. They charge more than that for that shit. I'm building a workbench and carpentry class with red oak. It's going to cost 431 bucks. Damn. Materials are up. I goddamn guarantee what? What do you goddamn guarantee? Chris, what's happening? I use it to smoke meat. You still didn't tell me what a cord is. Or what a face cord is. Could have fixed you up with warped red elm cheaper than that. Why are you smoking with oak? I mean, nah. We got freezing rain this morning too, Shmore. He's got to Google it quick, you know, fucking 56-inch length by 25 wide with drawers in the middle under the workbench. That's not too bad. I asked you what a face cord is, not a real cord. I told you what a fucking real cord was 5 minutes ago. Shit. That's actually, for 400 bucks, that's probably a pretty nice workbench. 2-inch top. 2-inch thick, I mean. It's the guy from Duck Dynasty. Not quite. Ooh. It's like fucking Jeopardy for idiots. Be nice, Rick. Fuck him. Tanya's in. I get behind on the messages too. Froze up. It's a guy from Gold Rush. $56 by 25 is pretty much the top of your hoist. Yeah. Pretty damn close. With drawers in the middle, if it's hardwood, it's nice. There's nothing like that. I make really good brisket and pork butt, but you don't answer questions very fucking well now, do you? Saying. Come back when you can answer questions. Go fuck yourself. Smoked last week with a plum tree. My buddy had to go down in a storm. That's good flavor. No shit. Nice new hat, Rick. Appreciate you. It's not a new hat. I've had it for a while. Pretty much use mesquite here in South Texas. What's the best use for a 6mm socket? Well, you'd be surprised. There's some 6mm stuff out there, especially when you're taking dashes apart. Both Ford and GM use 6mm fasteners on some of that shit, so. Especially instrument clusters. Instrument clusters use some weird shit. 5, 5.5, 6, 7, all over the fucking map. We had an apple tree go down a few years ago. Did the same thing with some pork lines. I seen 5.5 mil on Ford lot. Yep. This is not the first tall boy I've had on here, no. I've had plenty of tall boys on here. Didn't know Hams made those. A lot of the bars around here sell tall boys for $2. Drinking the beer I wish I could be drinking tonight. Cheers. Blender Actual. Odd name. What do you do for work? Do you any deer yet? No, hunting season's over, so negative. No bueno. Fire department. Appreciate your service, man. I believe that red oak is cheaper than white oak, yes. White oak is slower growing and less available. We've never seen Rick drink a tall boy until tonight. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. That's funny. I saw a 1 liter can of Hams on the internet. What is that, a 40? There's probably some places around that have 40s. Only deer I'm getting is road killer with my car. Uh, 1 liter would be, fuck is 1 liter? 33 ounces or something like that. Fuck is it? I don't know the conversion. Corpus Christi. Nice. One of these years I'll make it down that way. Would you ever consider a Jetta TDI swap into a Jeep Wrangler? I'm going to give you 5 minutes to take that question back. Going to have a lot of firewood next year because we have cut down a tree, big ass tree by the house. There you go. Canada become to the state that we can all be on the same measurement system, for fuck's sake. That's funny. Beach is pretty nice if you go to the National Seashore, 60 miles. You can drive if you got a 4x4. Friends of ours have a timeshare down in South Padre. We keep telling them we'll go down there one of these winters and stay for a week or so and visit, but that's not this winter. Maybe next winter. We'll see what the plans are. So they sell those by the piece, or you buy the boxes too? You can get them in a 6-pack around here. My wife grabbed them when she was on her way home tonight. So. At least we don't have snow with all this wind and cold. Like your hat. Appreciate you. Do you know any old school tricks to get your car back going, like shoe tongue leather in a fuel pump or sawdust in a diff? Well, first of all, neither one of those are to get it going. Those are to keep it quiet so you can fucking sell it. Bigger Ed, I appreciate you. And sawdust in the diff is mostly fucking bullshit. Video coming out Friday. There you go. If I would have acted up like how some of these people do, I would have lost my head back in the day. Well, that's because they can sit behind their fucking keyboard and they'd never say the shit to your face that they'd say on the keyboard. For fucking sure. 98% of the people that are around here wouldn't say the shit to your face that they'll say behind the fucking computer screen. Got a video the other day of a Caterpillar scraper that had 85 140 put in its engine oil, exploded the oil pump trying to start on a cold morning. Damn. Why were they running 85 140? Hang on, I gotta text this guy back. Lube guy fucked up. It's a massive fucking. How the hell you got that much 75 140 or 85 140 sitting around? Fuck's sake. Anyone else buffering? That was because I was texting a customer back. You'll have that. Blender, be safe, man. It's on a mobile pump truck. Grabbed the wrong handle, supposedly. Interesting. That's going to be expensive. Fuel system must have been up to snuff to be able to cacker over that quick to blow the oil pump apart, though, so. That's why you color code shit. No, you color code shit because you can't fucking read. Jake, typically not. I mean, everything's going to turn over a little slower when it gets really fucking cold out. That's just how physics works, but that's not necessarily contributed to just oil. Oil does get thicker when it gets really fucking cold out until it warms up a little bit, but most of that is it's harder for the starter to work, it's harder for the battery to work, it's harder to turn the engine over. It's just fuck. You go outside when it's fucking 20 below. Cold weather isn't going to wear your spark plugs that much faster now. Pulled the engine on site and sent it in for an overhaul. A few dollars down the shitter, yeah. No shit. I don't make a habit of it. One day a real motherfucker gonna take no shit and show up at the front door. I welcome that. Give me an excuse. Well, warm your vehicle up before driving it. Well, no shit. But you still gotta cold start it unless you park the fucker in a heated garage, and I don't recommend that. My wife really wants a heated garage. She doesn't realize how fucking hard it is on shit. Jeez. Fucking two beers are trying to jump out of there. If you live in a salt state, the worst thing you can do is park your vehicle in a fucking heated garage every night. It's a terrible fucking idea. As a mechanic, what's your thoughts on thicker and thinner oil depending on the season? I run 1540 year round. I run 1540 in the tractor. In the summer, I run 540 in the winter. Makes a fucking world of difference on the Kubota starting. Cold. World of fucking difference. I still have 1540 in the rollback because I haven't fucking put enough miles on to bother changing it, but if I was running enough miles, I would probably run 540 in that fucker too. Cold start's way nicer. Why not just have a block heater? It's in conjunction, yes. But the practicality of me having everything plugged in around here all the fucking time, not going to happen. You know how much fucking electricity block heaters take? It's like stock tank heaters and every other fucking thing. Why not just leave your oven on 24 hours a day if you got an electric oven? I want to know too. Hell, a gas oven. This doesn't really make sense now, does it? Block heaters dry out gaskets and seals. I don't know if I believe that. It's going to be a thermosiphon. It's still going to circulate coolant. What can be a cause for a car to slow start, but no engine light? Does it crank over slow? Takes too long to... Cranks over too long before it starts? There's a lot of fucking things here, dude. I'd get your battery tested to start with. I back my truck in when winter hits, park it in my driveway every year. I'm in upstate New York. Newister's back. See how long this lasts. Thinner in the winter, thicker in the summer. Now on a diesel, yes. Gas engine, I like my truck. I'm still running fucking 530 all year round anyway. It doesn't matter. Same thing with Katie's. I'm running 530. That recommends 520, but it's got 277,000 fucking miles on it. I'm gonna run a little fucking thicker on the startup. It keeps on the top end, so keep a little of the clatter out of there. Plus, we're running a high volume oil pump in it, but it's fine. Block heaters are fucking expensive to run. People have no idea how much a fucking block heater is to fucking run. My stock tank heater out there for my cattle is $3 a day. Which doesn't sound that bad until you figure it out at the end of the month and your electric bill went up $100. Saying. Then you plug in the fucking rollback and the wife's vehicle and my vehicle and the fucking tractor and the excavator, and pretty soon you got a $700 a month electric bill if you're going to play it that way. I run 520 in Tesla's Jeep, supposed to be 020. Yeah, on those things, 020 is like fucking water. I'd personally run 520 in it too. I wouldn't get away from the 20 weight oil on though, because those motherfuckers are picky. Tolerances are so tight in those bastards. You get into 30 weight oil. Oof. 30 weight oil, they fucking start throwing timing codes because it's not feeding fucking passages fast enough. How many watts are they? They all vary. $340,000 miles on it. I hate the idea of a 0.8 oil. It's dumb. And they're the fuck did they come in soon? You're supposed to be able to get bay boxes of 0.10. 0.10. I don't even know what the fuck they're calling for those in an application because I haven't seen it yet, but what are we doing? Dallas, what's happening? It's these fucking engines that are going to these stupid fucking polymer fucking crank bearings and shit. That's what got Ford sued over the fucking Broncos. So I got kicked out for 5 minutes for asking about a swap that I've considered my whole life. Well, you're lucky you only got blocked for 5 minutes rather than the rest of your fucking life. I'm just saying. I don't care what the new clearances are. There still needs to be oil in those clearances, not water. I agree. Why not put water in there with a little bit of baby oil? That's funny. Nothing's made to last. That's absolutely fact. My motor runs 520 cal. I worried at first, but it does a good job on my 1.8. Cummins 12 block heater, 750 watts. Basically, that like having a space heater on low. Or most of the lights in your house on when you had incandescent bulbs. I have a inline or a lower hose heater in my excavator. It sounds like a perk pot. It'll get that fucking excavator up to about 2/3 of operating temp in about 15 minutes. So, not a Volkswagen guy. We all have different likes and dislikes. It's your channel, so I'll respect you. I'm not into the fucking engine swap, crisscross applesauce, fucking retarded shit. I think it's retarded. Some people are into that shit. And if you're gonna do it, fine. It's when you do it and then you can't figure out why it's fucked up, and then you think I should figure out why it's fucked up. It's like when you break off all the fucking bolts and then you're like, oh, you could just do that quick because you know how to get broken bolts out. Maybe just don't break the fuckers off to begin with. Fuck that, just put vegetable oil in it. Yeah, I know, it'd be more economically friendly, right? 020 in the landlord's Honda Accord. Is that how you're paying rent? I've not heard back on broken bolts, no. Speaking of VW, they brought back the minibus. In your professional experience, don't diesels normally last longer than petrol engines, though? In domestic vehicles, no. Commercial vehicles are built completely fucking different. If you go back to the fucking, if you go to a commercial vehicle, get away from the DEF and all the other fucking bullshit, game on. All your new diesels have all the same things that are killing gasoline engines. Emissions. When the fuck did we decide that engines should eat their own shit? I'm just saying. Yeah, well, I have an e-bike. I'm happy for you. Casey, what's happening? Make emissions great again or gone again? E-bikes catch fire. Emissions are the number one killer of engines, period. That's exactly what I'm saying. "20 years ago, I seen needle bearing crank and mains in a race car engines. Wonder why that didn't become popular." That's not gonna fucking. 20 years ago, that was probably about the first and the last you were going to see that. I have the dreaded burning oil issue in my 07 Camry. If you're familiar with what I'm talking about, any tips? Should I go thicker oil? You should get a fucking oil analysis done on it over about 4 oil changes and see what's going on. Too expensive to manufacture them when normal bearings work fine. Good day, old men. Needle bearings aren't all they're cracked up to be. I'm just saying. Look at all the fucking ones that fail in roller followers. Case in point. You telling me to buy a fire extinguisher if my e-bike catches on fire? I wouldn't buy one if it catches on fire. I would buy one before it catches on fire, or just get a pedal bike and call it a day. Was a manufacturer defect in the piston rings? Common issue on the ZA 2A ZFE engine. Only way to fix is rebuild the piston rings. We can't rebuild the piston rings. I want to do that in a car with 170,000 miles already. You know what? Just add fucking oil then. So what if it's burning all the fucking oil? Put oil in it. Just shitbox Camry anyway. Needle bearings do not like contamination at fucking all. I didn't try to put the caps earlier. It's a bad habit. Oh, look, Nooster made a new channel. Don't apologize to me. Your ass got kicked out for it. You should apologize to the moderators, who you should apologize to. Okay, I'm leaving now. Good idea. No boy, what's happening? Is there anything I can buy that will lower the oil use, though? It's burning about a quart every 500 miles. No. The snake oil in a fucking can is not going to work. Your best bet is to shortchange your service intervals, and see if you can get fucking contaminants to clean up in it. Like I said, go do a fucking oil analysis and see what's fucking happening in there. Of course, if you don't know what it means, it won't matter, but Hyatt style bearings handle contamination best in my opinion. I think you're funny. I think you have an e-bike. The Whistle Pig is pretty tasty tonight. It was pretty tasty last night, too. See how they spelling my name? Tell them to stop picking on me. All right, newbie, get the fuck out of here. Thought you were leaving. He was here last night. He's back again tonight for a second time. And now he's timed out again, so broke out the heavy coat. I got chill earlier. I'm getting hot now, but it feels good, so. So changing 020 to 1540 won't do anything. Oh, God. That's a big fucking leap right out of the gate. I'm just saying. Again, go to the parts store, get the fucking oil analysis bottle. They're $30 or whatever the fuck they are. Send it in. And if you do that a couple, 3 times, they can tell you what you can do. They'll give you a pretty good idea what you should change your weight of oil and, see what improves and all that stuff. It's really fucking not that bad of an idea. It's way cheaper than fucking around and finding out. Steve, bring Newbie back and give him one more chance, please. No, that's a Chrysler Town and Country. But terrible lie. I think Kyle wants to beat him around, kick him around a little bit, and then kick him back out again. To beat or just add drain oil. You like nitrous oxide? No. I almost got a Chrysler Town and Country, but then I got the Ford van I have now. Good call. If you ain't got Galaxy gas, I ain't staying. Good. You're getting kicked out anyway. And I appreciate it, man. I just didn't think I'd ever have a problem with a Toyota. But guess it happened. Happens to anything. Is it true that spark plugs will foul more often with oil burn? Yes. How many beers did it take to fill up your gas tank? Well, I'm on number 4 before I gotta go empty this motherfucker. Looks like the retards are thick tonight. How are we now? Cody's in. Kyle said, Newbie, you can talk. I mean, Newster. That one skater. Guess who's back? Paul, did you get your truck? Was that today? I thought it was today. I have been just adding oil and the dipstick gets low, so what kind of problems can I expect from burning oil? I know the spark plugs. If you're burning a lot of oil, you're going to follow your cats. Start setting cat efficiency codes. Here's a fun fact for you. Are you letting this fucker go to the low line, or are you running it right at the full line and topping it off? Like halfway down? Brewing my winning beer at Garfish on Monday. Should be on tap around Christmas. Come get some if you're in the area. Oh, fuck's sake, I'm going to have to make a trip. I've been here before. I know I gave you a bunch of shit about burning shit in your backyard. You trashy piece of shit. I burn shit in my front yard too. Mostly in my front yard. I don't really have my place doesn't really have a backyard. There's a propane tank and an apple tree. That's about all of my backyard. If you're legit, why would you need any different screen names? When it's not on the second line on the dipstick is when I'm adding, so I'm not sure what that fucking means on a Toyota. I would let that fucker run it halfway and not fill it. I would, if it makes a difference. Because on a Ford, I promise you it will. Should never run a full line. Not since fucking 97, you shouldn't run a Ford at the full line. Don't light yourself on fire. I mean, or do. Beer 1 is too many. 10 is not enough. Lifetime goals. I gotta piss. Karina's in. Let's all embrace the cold winds and welcome the season into our homes. I love sitting by the fireplace and knit sweaters, and my dog loves the warmth too. Congratulations. You're burning fossil. You're making carbon, you fucking hippie. Never mind. Should I sell my 15 Tundra for a 25 Tundra? Why? I'm looking for an older, reliable 3-row SUV in the $3,000 to $5,000 price range. This is where the reliable part's going to get fun. I know a deal with the higher miles or the older Yukon Tahoes, good vehicles. I mean, for $3,000 to $5,000, you're not going to get much. I'm just telling you. As long as you got another $3,000 to $5,000 to put into the motherfucker. What beer are you drinking? Apparently not as good a one as you. Hams, the beer refreshing. $3,000 to $5,000 for a transmission overhaul. It's gonna need a transmission and fucking front end parts, CV axles, and if the rear diff cover's rusted out, it's gonna need a rear diff. High miles, so you may as well throw a transfer case on when you do the transmission. Engines are pretty solid though. As long as you don't get into some shit box that has fucking cylinder cancellation, then you'll be fine. Good God, man. That crap beer is for 21-year-olds who have never drank before. What are you talking about? You tasteless fucking chump. What budget should I realistically set up for myself to get something good for my family? How big is your family? Paul's thinking about moving south. The fuck is wrong with you people? I'm an IPA guy. Oh, of course you are. Fucking hippie beer. $15,000 and up. Yeah, realistically, to get something decent, and even at $15K, you might need some fucking brakes and shit. Get the fucker inspected. Depends how much you love him, for fuck's sake. There is that. Got my O2 tow for $2,300. 147,000 miles on it. She's all RC, that's a terrible joke. I'll make sure I don't hit you with a tire. That way you can tumble a few times. I like drinking Kvass? How the hell do you say that? Never insult another man's beer unless it's Zima. Or IPA. IPAs are fucking terrible. They give me the worst headaches ever. Three kids and a wife. Got an 08 Aspen with a 5.7. Never had an issue. Paid $6,000. So if you've never had an issue, why are you getting rid of it? Who the fuck has got a 5.7 Aspen that's never had an issue? Jesus Christ, talk about the diamond in the rough. I thought those things came factory with issues. I got an Aspen. Scotty Kilmore must get a lot of false hope to people showing all these older Toyota, Chevy, SUV truck people buy it for $2,500 to $3,000 and last 500,000 miles and still driving. If you're a Scotty Kilmore believer, you're a fucking idiot. These are 16-ounce cans. Yes, they're tall boys. That's why it finally looks like I'm drinking a real beer. What's the most reliable SUV ever made? Well, that's a slippery fucking slope. Maintenance is everything, and especially if you're going to buy used, the reliability factor goes out the fucking window based on how it was maintained. How cold in your garage? Well, it's like 71. 71. It's more efficient drinking with tall boys, that's right. 4Runner. I'd pass. 7.3 Excursion. I'd go with the 7.3 Excursion. I mean, gutless as fuck. But gigantic as hell. If you could find one in good shape, but there's a cult following for those bastards. Run strong, 240,000 miles, no leaks. I have a 2005 Pontiac Vibe. That's been the most reliable vehicle I've ever owned. Pontiac Vibe. This garage is warmer in my house. It's another word for beer. It's called sauce. Strong liquor from the Balkans. Well, I'm not in the fucking Balkans, dude. Rafi, are you a fucking landlord or a fucking... Dude's profile picture, he's definitely a landlord. Beer is beer. It's not called sauce. Yeah, no shit. Toyota Matrix, Pontiac 5. I get it. Just like the Geo Metro was a fucking Toyota Corolla. If you want a reliable SUV, do not pick GMC Acadia. That was just the customer I was chatting with earlier. It was a GMC Acadia, so. Do you have a driver's license? No. Or a GMC Terrain. Yeah. Awful fucking vehicles. But the Corolla didn't have a 103 cylinder. Where did that engine come from? Dude, I'm not a fucking vehicle historian. I don't give a shit. Obviously, someone made it. GM SUVs in general, stay away from them. I mean, the older Tahoes and Suburbans that had the same platform as a Chevy pickup, that's fine. Anything more modern than that, then fucking no. If you want a reliable vehicle, don't go GM at all. Paul. I imagine you may not be back for a while. I imagined it, and it just happened. There's nothing I could do. I don't know what the year break is. There's an 07 here that still has a 5.3 and a 4L60, which it's going to need a transmission with higher miles, but they're not super expensive. So if you're dedicated to sticking with a GM, fuck, year did they? Well, right up until recently, they've had decent fucking. I know they recently they switched names and shit, so I can't say Blazer, Suburban, fucking all that stuff because they switched it around now. But the full size SUVs have been pretty decent, I would say. But if you're in the fucking $3,000 market, you're not going to get anything newer than probably 05. We're top shelf here. Sauce is a dirty word. Fuck that guy. We can talk about it in 30 minutes. By the sounds of it, he'll be passed out by then. Dickhead. Dickhead, dickhead, dickhead. Oh, I missed a bunch already. God damn it. Most reliable car I've ever owned was a Lada 1300. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Do you like Kia? I wouldn't drive one. I make my own beer. I have more beer imagination than you ever will. Fact. 07 was a cylinder shutdown start. Yeah, stay away from that. Paul, I've done it several times. You must not have been here the other night. Didn't the AMF kill the engine? Sorry, only research as doing anything hands-on pisses me off. I need to learn, but then I just break more crap. You're one of those fucking meatheads, for lack of a better term. Irish red ale and a sauce tip pale ale. Next up on the brew list, spruce tip pale ale. Let me know when they're done. Garage 54, favorite junk cars, a lotta. Doesn't anyone here drink wine, for fuck's sake? I mean, that's chick booze. I mean, if you're a dude that drinks wine, it's a little weird. I'm just saying. Read to avoid 5.4 Ford engines, but heard the 4.6 is good. Is that true? I'm not afraid of 5.4s. I worked for Ford for 20 years, so I don't give a shit. I'll run them. I'm not afraid of anything on them. Base engine on the motherfuckers, aside from the oil pump on the 543 valves. Even with no oil pressure, those motherfuckers ran for fucking a long time. My wife's Expedition has 277,000 miles on it, so just saying. I'm off December 21st to January 6th, so there's going to be some brewing going on then. Well, let me know. We'll have to meet up. Find a time to run down there or something. .38 GM might be the most reliable engine ever made. Aside from the intake gaskets and the fucking fact that we ran heater core lines through the fucking alternator bracket and coil packs can randomly take a dump on the bastards, but .38 GM is way overrated. I agree. Do you trust a Nissan Armada? Seems to be an SUV clone of a Titan. I keep seeing them in my price range. I've very rarely in my career I've worked on maybe two of those bastards. Come on down for a brew day, Rick. Ooh. We may have to figure something out. Turn the bass all the way up on my headphones. Rick sounds like Darth Vader. Wow. Casey, honestly, I don't remember there's not enough of those around here that I could fucking tell you. And anything fucking Nissan, I wouldn't touch with a fucking 10-foot pole as far as ownership goes. As long as you can pay the bill, I'll work on it, but fridge only holds 2 kegs at a time. .350 probably was the most reliable GM motor. Let the intake go just a little too long. They will spin bearings. I replaced many of those shit boxes. Even seen updated gaskets separate. Oh, yeah. Or they'll cook the intake out around the fucking EGR spout and fucking burn through and start sucking oil like a motherfucker, too. Owned 5 Buicks. I had to put coils in every one Yep. Okay, dude. See, here's the problem with these things. Your price range is for shit boxes. Everything that's in your price range is going to be a shit box. I don't give a fuck what badge it has on it. You're going to spend $3,000 and going to have to put $5,000 into it. I got a customer at Texas built on his Honda Pilot. All of it. Everything. Control arms, struts, shocks, fucking everything. Tie rods, all of it. The 3100 wasn't bad. As long as they didn't get hot. If you got them hot, they're fucked. Thermostat sticks on when it's fucking cooked. It'll crack the head immediately, but how many do you own? How many what do I own? Big worm. No word back on broken starter bolts. Can you imagine if you got all nubs trying to hold a fucking starter in there and get that bitch to go? Can you imagine? It's ready to break fingers. Had several get hot. Different heads and away they went again. Yeah. Turns out though, I think 3-1 cylinder heads. Of course, I haven't done a lot of them many years because they're all rusted out around here, but they weren't fucking expensive either. I've ignored maintenance on my Vibe. Well, that's a good fucking sign. The engine and transmission are still fine, but when I'm stopping, it makes a ticking noise when I turn the steering wheel. Sometimes it's tight, and sometimes it's loud as fuck. That says everything about why you have a fucking price range of $3,000 for a vehicle. I'm just saying. You may as well just buy a shit box. It's going to turn into a shit box anyway. Just telling you. It's fucking face reality. No, I'm going to keep this one nice. No, you're not. You know how many 99% of the customers that I have, oh no, I'm gonna buy a different one. We'll just patch this one up and I'm gonna trade it in and then I'll get a different one in a year. Yep. And then I'm gonna keep that one nice. It's gonna be fine. No, it's not. Recommend getting anything with a VW19 TDI. Those engines can go for ever, especially with manual. Right, until I can't. Single income household raising 4 kids. Trust me, I would be doing more maintenance if I had the funds. I know that seems counterintuitive. No, that seems right on par with all the decisions you've made to get yourself in this spot so far, so. Just saying. Seems right on fucking. Right on cue. Buying another vehicle isn't going to help your situation any. Sounds like you need to spend the funds that you have to fix the vehicles that you have. Just saying. Before you buy another that you can't afford to fix either. Sad fucking reality, dude. Somebody's got to tell you. Trust me, I have this same conversation with customers. They don't have to like me either. But when there comes a difference when it starts becoming my fucking problem when I don't get paid. Where it's like, oh, I don't have the money to fix all that. Well, then fuck it. We won't fix it. I don't give a shit. Rafi, you're probably in a different fucking part of the world too, so. Do need to fix them, but I need a bigger vehicle. I gotta piss again. Oh, God. Oh, God. $50 thumbs up. 38 and 50 thumbs up. Major problem with VW is parts availability in the United States. Fact. And cost of parts if you can get them. Fuck me. Vibe has 194,000 miles, still starts, runs, and drives, but definitely has suspension parts that need replaced, brakes, rotors, etc. Can a shop diagnose what's wrong with it for a fee and then I do it? I mean, there are shops that'll, tell them you want a vehicle inspection, you want to know what all it needs. But chances are, if you're not capable of identifying what it needs, you're not capable of doing what it needs. Just saying. Just really. You can't diagnose it, you can't fix it. I mean, holy shit. I never replaced a starter in my life. It went out on the Vibe, and I did it myself thanks to YouTube videos. Oh, God. And Rick with the tall boys tonight. Beer 30, what's happening? Troubleshooting diagnosis is a lost skill among today's parts changers. my dealer can fix things that aren't even broken. That's boy. After a couple of fucking emails back and forth between Emily and I, they changed their whole fucking tune. Funny how that happens, isn't it? Steve Mack says, Casey, I'm a certified YouTube trained brain surgeon, for fuck's sake. I just realized Rick and I are wearing similar jackets. I dress like a dude. Wow. Does yours say Mac Tools on it too? I'm not saying that I'd be comfortable changing an engine, transmission, or anything along those lines, but I'd imagine brakes and rotors aren't that hard. I mean, other than the fact that the wheel could fly off and you kill your entire fucking family in the vehicle, but that's fine too, right? At least if you fuck up an engine, it just breaks down and you coast off to the side of the road. But whatever. Jesus Christ. Bought a bottle of bourbon today, took it out of the car, shut the door, my elbow bumped the door, and I dropped it, and it broke. I don't know if that's karma or, I mean, god damn. What kind of bourbon did you buy? Also, that's alcohol abuse. You need to go to meetings for that. Welcome. Oh my god. No, I lost the chat completely. Where'd it go? Hey, there we're back. I'm honestly looking for advice. I'm sorry if I'm coming off as a dumbass to you. I'm probably dealing with customers like me. I don't have excess funds and I know my cars need fixed. I'm giving you advice. I'm not talking to you any differently than I would talk to my customers. The people that have been around me and have been here and seen me in front of my customers, I don't talk any fucking differently. I would say this shit to your face if you were my customer. The truth doesn't care about your feelings, dude. So if your feelings are getting hurt about it, well, too fucking bad. Rick has returning customers that he's told to fuck off. Eagle Rare? God damn. Grant's in. Grant, what's happening, bud? My feelings aren't hurt. I know I'm not the only person in a situation like this. I get it. Again, I've had customers in your situation. But there's two things you have to recognize. Your ability to fix a car, your ability to afford the repair are first and foremost. I have to recognize whether you can pay the bill first and foremost because I got to look out for me. Working on our dirt modifieds all day, but when it comes to cars, especially the newer models, go to the professionals. I always take our cars to my mechanic. There you go. We got another Paul in. Yes, this is a Ham's beer that you saw. It's a good beer. No, we got another Nooster back. No. I don't. It's not unheard of for mechanics, but here's the deal. There's places that'll help you. They'll finance you. Some will do it in house. Some of them you can get a fucking finance plan. You can do all of those things. Those are all options. I work for cash or good check. The car doesn't leave until I get paid. And if I got any fucking inclination that you don't have the fucking money to pay the bill, you're paying the bill up front in person. You're paying the estimate in full before I even start on the motherfucker. I got other shit to do. I don't have to cater to somebody that can't pay the fucking bill. I got knowing job that I can pay right over there. Is that cocky and arrogant? Maybe. Is that reality? It sure fucking is. If I was in a situation where I had to gamble on whether somebody would pay me or not, I'd probably have to gamble on it. But I'm not, so I won't. Fuck it. Paul's in a beer? Well, what the hell? Just here to say hi and toss you a thumbs up. I've been a bit under the weather lately. Well, I hope you get better, bud. If you can't pay the bill, your vehicle gets parked next to Ryan's. That's right. Think my check was good? We're good, bud. I have not been burned. I mean, minor. I've been burned a couple of times, but nothing major. I'll stick my neck out for somebody for $20, but since in this business, working for myself, I have not been burned. The reason I've not been burned is because I got burned before doing other businesses when I worked for myself. So, as on the repair side, not going to happen. How do you avoid getting hosed by a mechanic? Don't want to be told that things are wrong, and they actually aren't. I know this happens a lot as well. Well, first of all, how busy are they? If it's a shop that can fucking do it immediately, chances are they don't have a good reputation. And they're a fly-by-night kind of shop. Just say that. Secondly, they should be willing to go and take you back there and show you everything that's wrong with your vehicle and why. Walk you through every fucking bit of it. At this point, that may as well be Rick's property. I love it when people think mechanics will work for beer and burgers. Yeah, no shit. Can I take the axles out first? That's funny. I mean, there's always been a stereotype, but doctors can tell you need a prescription that doesn't do you a fucking thing too. Just saying. Show me the results. Show me why I need it. All of those things. Ask questions. Fuck. And if they aren't willing to answer questions, then walk away. Leave. They should be willing to have a conversation with you. I'm always willing to have a conversation with my customers. Drink a beer if we need to. Ask Grant. He knows. He's a customer. Kyle's a customer, sort of. And Casey, that's why I don't do business that way. I don't do that for family, friends, none of that shit. I mean, if you're coming here and I'll help a friend out. But that's a different story than to me and expecting me to do it. But aside from that, I don't do business trade either. You have a business, I have a business, we can trade? No. I do business, you do business, we just pay each other, so that way it's all fucking legit in the end. Corey says, how long have you been working on cars? Way fucking longer than I want to be. 25, 26 years, something like that. It's 2024. Oh, yeah, 25 years. I'll fix family vehicles for food or beer, that's it. There's an upcharge for family. Never mind. I mean, I expect you have a lot of burn scams then. I expect as a mechanic getting burnt is par for the course. I mean, not really. It's how you run your business, right? If you're working for somebody else, you can sure as hell get burnt on it, but worst repair you've ever done. It's probably when I rewired. Well, it was either a 53 Jaguar or I rewired a fucking Ford Escort wagon that was, when I was done, had a completely burnt wiring harness. All red wires when I was done. If you're full of burn marks as a mechanic, I wish you're not smart enough to know. Was he literally talking about burn scars then? Oh fuck. I thought I was fucking skimming over that, but no. It's like, okay, I don't have that. I haven't washed my hands before I go in tonight, but I don't have fucking scars and nicks and band-aids and shit all over. There comes a point where you learn that how physics works. You don't run your fucking appendages into things. Did I learn that the hard way? Fucking right I did. I got scars and broken bones, but over time you learn how shit works. You always had a passion for this trade. Passion's not the right word. It's a means to an end. Do I enjoy what I do? Working for myself? Yes. I mean, how's your elbow? It's actually fine. Lately, my wife put some weird fucking oil stuff on there to soften the whole thing up. I mean, for me, as far as the passion goes, like I want to build a better business, be able to get more volume through, generate more money, do more work for my customers, all of that. But I'm not a car guy. The automotive repair is like the vehicle that I use to generate my income and take care of customers and take care of people, essentially. I am not a car guy in the fact that I'm like, oh, look at that one. That one's fucking awesome. I don't build hot rods on my time off. I don't do all that shit. I think some people think that those things should go hand in hand, that As a mechanic, you should want to go to all the car shows and see all the fucking hot rods. I could give two fucks less about those things. I'm here to build a business, run a business, enjoy my time, spend my money on the shit that I want to buy so I can keep on keeping on. And build it as big and fucking stupid as I can for one person to run. Barely want to change oil when I'm clocked out. See, that's why, and I get that. I completely get that because you're working for somebody else. I assume. I work for myself, so it's my vehicle, somebody else's vehicle. I work fucking whatever hours, whenever hours. Doesn't matter to me. It's all the same now. Shmore wants to buy more chickens. I do not. Farm machinery. Work as a mechanic for a construction company. I got you. So you're working on all the shit. Isn't there quite a bit of profit available in flipping vehicles? Don't know. That's not my. I got. Here's the. Just this is just my opinion. I fix a lot of stupid. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go there, but yes. Farm machinery, you have no time for that. But as far as flipping vehicles, I can't tell you. But when the market changes so quick on those fuckers, it seems like a good way to get burned. Dennis Parker's got a $50 holler. Holy shit flakes, bud. Fuck, I might have to get a bourbon for that. On my last beer. Holy shit flakes, bud. It comes in swinging. We were talking about Whistle Pig earlier, so. Plus, it's running right on the front fucking corner, so. Oh, God. Find something that might need a new engine, and you get the car for $1,000 and you might install it, and then now sell it for 4 to 5. Yeah, but here's the problem. I'm a one-man shop. Pick your battles. Right? I worked for a dealer that did not only new cars but used cars. Did that fucking flip car bullshit, buy stuff from the auction and fix it and sell it and all that garbage. I've never seen, and I didn't look all the books, but I had a pretty good relationship with the owner. I'd never seen the money in that. If I seen the money in that, that's where I would go, because I could just flip cars and fucking be done with it, but I do some fire machinery for the owner of the construction company. Make sure there's no shit on it first. E-Tank, what's happening? There's great money in flipping vehicles, but you have to know what you're getting into, where to get parts. I used to make $3,500 buying wrecked cars and swapping drivetrains. I mean, and it's also time, right? If you're gonna do, I don't know what the laws are in South Dakota, but around here you'll get your fucking ass pinched in a hurry for after you've transferred more than 5 titles. State will come after you like a motherfucker to have a dealer's license. And not that I know if you've done that many, but I have a shop in Miami, Oklahoma, Rollins Automotive. He charged me $500 to swap a transmission in an O2 Celica GTS. Does he seem cheap? He now says he charges by the job, not by the hour. Okay, I don't understand the charge by the job thing. Because you have to have a cost per hour to charge by the job, regardless of the book time is 1.2 or something like that, or a transmission job, it's going to be 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever it is. I don't understand how it's not a transmission replacement is fucking 10 hours across the board. That's not how that works. I don't know how they're charging like that. Sometimes work in South Dakota. Have to have a dealer license here if I sell more than 3 a year. I mean, you can get around it a little bit, but Rick Buick's 3800s. We're all over, and so are Grand Prix with blown 3800s. I was buying both cars for $300 to $500. This was also 15 years ago. Yeah. I don't know what the book time is on it. I mean, might be. Without looking up book time, it sounds like it was a cash deal and he didn't give a shit. So probably worked for everybody. Like the stereotype of 500 for a trans swap seems more than reasonable on good portion of vehicles. Yes. His shop rates, as advertised, are $35 an hour, but that was back in 2012. Even in 2012, that was fucking cheap. Have you ever worked with biodiesel? Enough to know that it's a fucking real pain in the dick. Grows algae like a motherfucker, I'll say that. We're only like 10 or 15% or something like that. Can you do an impressions? Yes. 80 might be the average. I think the national average is higher than 80. Average around here is about 115. But national average can be higher, lower. Regional average varies widely, and then local average is way different. Shane Holst is in. Holy shit, Shane's here. I think it's up to 20% now here for biodiesel. Really growing snot now. Put BioKill in all the things. Shane, what's happening? I was trying to fill totes for you last week until it got goddamn cold and they wouldn't flow anymore. So when it warms up a little bit here in the next few days, I'll have some fucking... I'll have to figure out how I'm going to haul that son of a bitch down there, but I'll throw a bunch of shit on the trailer and bring you some oil. It was nice meeting you. Your mods keep banning you for no reason. Guess he won't blame the mods next time, will he? Do you ever get the customer the option to purchase their own parts? Amazon, say instead of Amazon AutoZone Auto Parts Store, they're much cheaper on there. So here's the fucking deal. A, if you're gonna purchase your own parts, I'm gonna increase the labor rate, and you're gonna get no warranty behind it, and I mean none. And most of the time, none of the time you're gonna make it very high on the fucking priority list. Like none of it. Love Mac. Every tool in my box is Mac. Well, you're way more dedicated than I am, but I appreciate you. Or something. I mean, the Mac guy probably appreciates you. Mac hat, Mac coat. It is really fucking windy, dude. I'd say you're welcome, but I know where it came from. Up here! Casey, so the $67 starter on Amazon, when it goes bad, where do you go get it warranted? No, the wood stove's working. It's just been, that's 72 degrees in here. I went out and checked the wood stove before I came in here and live stream, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cozy, so I'm just kind of being a little cunt tonight. And the difference for me, when I'm installing parts and I'm charging a customer for the bastards, I need to be able to stand behind the fuckers. So as an auto care, if I put parts in your vehicle and that part fails, you don't even have to bring the motherfucker back to me to get warranted. You can go to any auto care or any independent shop that'll work with auto care, call the warranty information on the back, and they can take care of it for you. Hold on, is that your Hatley? Well, did you throw a bucket of oil filters in there for a little extra heat today? I did not. Maybe tomorrow. If I live stream tomorrow, we'll cut oil filters because I need to cut more oil filters. Jake, I got last tall boy of hams left. And my bourbon. Lifetime warranty is huge. CB shafts on both my pickup and the Jeep. It's not going with the cheapest part on Amazon. I have been the same brand name parts on Amazon for significantly cheaper than AutoZone. It's still fucking AutoZone, dude. Just saying. How's Katie been doing? It's school season, so you could probably imagine. But good otherwise. Aaron's in. AC Delco is a common brand in cars, right? Well, it's a common Chevy brand, but they've gotten generic, yes. How expensive ballpark would it be to replace a master clutch cylinder? Okay, dude, you can't ballpark something. First of all, I never ballpark. I don't give a fuck if we're just talking bullshit on the internet. I'm not doing it. Second of all, I don't even know your make, model, and application, so. If somebody can fucking spout off a number for that, they're completely full of shit. Completely full of shit. That's when they're going to tell you it's going to cost $250, and when you get the bill, it's going to be $900. Regardless of the parts store, if you don't have an account, you better bring the lube. Kyle got spoiled, that's all. You just know what volume pricing is. That's what you know. "2016 Mazda 3. I still don't fucking know, dude. I'd have to look it up, and I'm not going to look it up. I don't know how many cookies it takes to be happy, but so far it's not 27. You got eardrum damage? You yelling so much my neighbors called the police. Well, turn the fucking volume down, but yes. That could be my wife. Never mind. I know my local Napa would now price match your numbers. We'll see. We'll see how far, at least on spark plugs. I bet when push comes to shove, I bet they won't. Just tell them to get you bay boxes in a rack then. On a promo. Jake, this is the time of night where you go too far. Do you care for hybrids, or do you think they're pointless and stupid? I mean, I don't care. How's the cattle doing? Do you have pigs yet? Yes, but we have Mangalitsa hogs now. And we've had a significant reduction in, well, over the last couple of years. We only got about 18 cows now, so. I don't have an account. I just show up, showed them your quote, and they matched it. Well, see, that's all you got to do. I'll shoot you a quote for or a screenshot. Next time they have the promo for the bay boxes in the rack, you just go in there and fucking save you all the hauling and everything. We'll see if they really want to fucking match or not. Have you rebuilt the hybrid batteries? Or a different skill set? I don't work on there. We don't have any of that shit around here. Hardly at all. The only thing I've ever done on a hybrid is suspension, brakes, and oil changes. So no, we don't have any milk cows. Fuck that noise. That's Shane's department. They're beef cattle, Jake. $18, not too bad. Furry pigs. Mangalitsas, yes. Let's see who wants to play ball. That's right. How long until you can eat the piggies? Well, there's some in the freezer right now. It's continuous rotation. We got ones from 40, 50 pounds all the way up to 700. He's a real big motherfucker. He's my breeding boar. So. I wouldn't find it that hard, Casey. It's not the labor, it's the cost of the battery more than anything. Worst case scenario, I just get them from you anyway. I know. I just want to know too if they're really willing to price match, because the Napa down in Florida, when I went down there, they were like, yeah, not for that kind of stuff. We're not touching those prices. So I could see where, like, on the spark plugs, they're like, yeah, fuck it. It's a few bucks. Who cares? The guy will probably come back tomorrow anyway, so it doesn't matter. But chickens, we got like 6 or 8 of them running around. I'm not huge fan of the chickens myself, but whatever. Shamar says, Shane, I got chickens. She's got, how many chickens do you have? And you're allergic to eggs. Figure that the fuck out. Would you agree turbochargers make cars more unreliable? Yes. Direct injected turbocharged gas engines are bullshit. Who knew a Prius lasted long enough to need a new battery? I mean, there is that. When was the last time you slaughtered a cow for beef? Last fall. I go piss. No, we don't get any eggs from our fucking chickens. Bastards. Of course, they just live with pigs most of the fucking time. So pigs eat them when they lay them. Fucking bourbon warmed me up, so. Oh, Jake, we still have beef. Not much, but we have a little bit, so. But I have 32 chickens and a shit ton of eggs. I'll give them away for a few neighbors and close family. Taking a shot without me, I ask you to do a shot. I have bourbon right here. I'm not doing shots, I'm just sipping. Fuck. That's 10-year bourbon, not your cheap fucking vodka that you drink. State of y'all in? State of confusion. Well, I guess I found a shit box. Before I buy it, I'm going to see how much work the Vibe needs. 97 Outback with a 5-speed for $1,500. Dude, you got 4 kids and a wife. The fucking Subaru's not going to fit 4 kids and the fucking wife unless you're going to strap one of them on the top. And I recommend it's the wife. Shane, I appreciate you, bud. Have a good night. I'll try to stop in next time I'm down there. Usually I'm turning and burning. Last time I was down there, about a fucking gen set. I'll take a shot of whiskey with you. I'm not shooting fucking, I'm not taking shots. Shit. I'm sipping. Try to control yourself a little bit, Aaron. Fuck. Everything in your ride? Never mind. Do you drink rum? No. Beer and bourbon. That's pretty much it. No, that's really it. I'm leasing a new Subaru. I agree. What's the most shots of bourbon you drank at one time, Rick? Go back and watch my older live streams. You'll find it. Bourbon or whiskey or nothing? Well, bourbon and whiskey kind of go hand in hand, but bourbon. Of course, I've had chickens in the house. Spot, eh? Oh, God. I don't like to admit it, but I drank an entire gallon of Rosa Brooks in one evening before. Ezra Brooks. What the fuck is Ezra Brooks? If only one's around, probably at this point I would go with bourbon because I still enjoy it and I can change it up, and beer makes me fat and bloated. So that said, I'm out of beer, so I won't have any beer tomorrow because I don't leave unless I have to. Fuck it. Never again Subaru for me. I had to replace the sharp block through class action lawsuit. Oil burn. I mean, fair trade meth. No. Too fucked up to begin with. $9 at my local liquor store for a gallon. If you're drinking fucking a gallon of whiskey that costs $18, holy shit. You really need to fucking make some different choices in life. I'm just saying. The Pontiac completely fits at this point. Crown? No. That was 12 years ago, my dude. Yeah, that doesn't make it better. So inflation makes a gallon of it fucking, what, $24 now? Wait a minute. How old's your oldest kid? Let's figure this the fuck out. Cheapest shit really fucks you up and makes you regret every life decision the next day. That's the one thing. I know this guy's 3 years old. You got 4 fucking kids? 3 years and younger? Good God, dude. Cut the shit off. Fuck. I'm not saying go trans, but mute's fine. I'm not allowed to drink rye whiskey. The fuck is the difference between rye and everything else? My life is chaos. The only break I get is work. Used to drink Pernet's vodka. Worst hangovers I ever had. Woof. Cheapest I go is Jack Daniels or Fireball. I'm not doing Jack Daniels or Fireball. I mean, if I'm just doing straight shot for money, then yeah, we'll do Fireball. But whatever. I'm not fucking doing shots of bourbon that's $100 a bottle. So fuck, my life looks fucking awesome at this point. I had to real. That's the one thing. Like we gotta have those nights where we just have we have the public feed because it's like I think it's medically recommended at this point. I know you drink that high class businessman bourbon. Yeah. Start sailing with the captain, then switch to Pendleton, and I'm set. There's still a fucking bottle of Captain over here, so just saying. Drink vodka? Fuck no. Got enough for brews for a rainy day? I got enough bourbon for a rainy day for sure, but I don't have that much beer. This is my last Hams, by the way. I gotta clean my fridge out, restock. I drink beer. Pretty much the only beer I drink now is Hams. And then I drink bourbon. I drink top shelf bourbon. Fuck it. Oh. Good shit. Wouldn't change my life for anything, man. I'm happy, but I'm always stressed. I'm thankful and grateful I have a roof over my head and the bills are paid. My family has health care. Hey, man. If you're happy, I'm happy. For you. Or some shit. I don't care. It's because I tell you the truth. Doesn't mean I don't dislike you. You know what I mean? Okay, get the fuck out of here. And the things I tell you about your car is still facts. That's how life is. But Aaron says we all are happy. Are we? Did you do your shots without me? Thank you. Just pretend I did one. When are you getting more Hams? I don't know. I haven't felt like going to tomorrow's Thursday, so no, because the Tool guy's on vacay, so won't be meeting him in town. So that's not going to happen. And then Friday's out of the question. Maybe Saturday when I go to the parts store if I got to pick up anything. If I don't have to pick up anything, then fuck it. Has a customer ever requested the wrong oil for their car before? Well, then most customers don't say, I want this weight of oil. As a matter of fact, working for myself, I've never had a customer say, put this weight of oil in. So in 6 months, I will entertain a fear of mine. I'm going to be operating a food truck. Been buying shit boxes because my credit score has been a main focal point. I'm excited. So Do you have prior food service experience? Do do you know the market for these things? Where are you marketing? Where are you ish located? You don't have to give me exact fucking spot, but oh god. Shut up, Cody. I'm working on it. So many questions about the food truck. Pre-COVID, my wife was all about getting a food truck because of anyone that I know, my wife could absolutely execute a food truck, but it would fucking kill her trying because she's over the top on anything, so not going to happen. But once COVID happened, she was all about being over it. Prior food experience, my father-in-law was a pit master and had a catering business. For his name, I've been smoking meat since I was 7 years old, as right now I have no debt. So you have the food truck or you don't have the food truck? You have the food truck and no debt? I'm confused. Paul, I appreciate you, bud. Do you know your father-in-law when you were 7? I mean, I'm confused as hell. It's all part of the experience. I do not have a food truck to entertain better interest rates from the credit union, and I have been working on my credit scores. I didn't say father-in-law. I said father. It meant say grandfather. My father was a pit master. Oh, I got you. I don't know where I got father-in-law from, but oh, that's fine. I just make shit up. It's fine. Okay. I don't know what to think about this. I think I'm gonna have to sleep on it too. You guys have a good night. It's just a good time to fucking. It's a good time to go.